Account for. To give a reason or explanation for something. Mobile phones account for 10% of the country's commercial electricity consumption. The cultural background might account for some of the variations noted in the studies. Rule out. Exclude someone or something as a possibility. The management seems to have ruled him out as a candidate for promotion. The investigation rules out a link between the suspect and the scene of the crime. End up. Be in particular final place or state. They're traveling across Europe by train and are planning to end up in Moscow. After working her way around the world, she ended up teaching English as a foreign language. Fall behind. Fail to keep up with one's competitors. Thousands of people could die because the relief effort has fallen so far behind. Severe weather conditions caused the construction project to fall behind. Apply for. Make a formal application or request. After 10 years in the USA, he finally decided to apply for American citizenship. This group of people is not eligible to apply for membership in the association. Breakthrough. Achieve success in a particular area. Researchers say they have made a major breakthrough in artificial intelligence. Scientists think they are beginning to break through in the fight against cancer. Get across. Communicate, or explain something clearly. The speaker repeated the main points he was trying to get across to the audience. The campaign had clearly failed to get its message across to the public. Burnout. Become completely exhausted through overwork. Teaching can be very stressful, and many teachers eventually suffer burnout. Nowadays, we are having high-pressure jobs and many people burn out at a young age. Pay off. A result that rewards you for your effort. Sandra was determined to become a doctor, and her persistence paid off. All her hard work paid off in the end, and she finally passed the exam. Carry on. To continue doing something. Her bravery has given him the will to carry on with his critical life and his work. During the recession, the industries were advised to carry on as per their usual routine. Figure out. To understand someone or something. It took me the longest time to figure out how to start a new business. This theory can help parents figure out how temperaments affect family relationships. Breakout. To escape from a place or a situation. Sometimes, we need to break out of our daily routine and do something exciting. Recently, 8 prisoners have broken out of a top security jail in Yorkshire. Cheer up. To feel encouraged and happier. When you're feeling discouraged, remember to cheer up and keep trying. We need to cheer up friends who have gone through a hard time. Come between. To be positioned between 2 or more people. Illustration may come between the text and the reader's own mental imagery. The biggest difference is in attitudes toward guns come between men and women. Dive into. Start doing something enthusiastically. When I start a new venture, I like to dive right in and see how it works. When he saw the children fighting, he just dived in to sort it out. Focus on. To concentrate attention or effort. The course will focus on the teaching of technology, modern languages, arts, and music. The newly elected government will focus on the economic development of the region. Get away with. Escape punishment or criticism for bad action. Don't try to cheat on your income tax, you'll never get away with it. Everyone thinks he's guilty of the robbery, but it looks like he's going to get away with it. Give up. To stop thinking or believing something. Never give up against stronger opponents, but never relent against weaker ones. When things aren't going well, he encourages me, telling me not to give up. Hand out. Something that's given to a person in need. The corrupt government hands out massive subsidies and tax breaks for oil and coal. They handed out medals and certificates to the winners of the competition. Let down. To cause someone to be disappointed. When I was sent to prison, I really felt I had let my parents down. The families of the victims feel that the justice system has let them down. Look after. Take care of someone or something. One of the great things about dogs is that they are relatively easy to look after. It is a tradition that the young look after the old in their family. Call off. Cancel an event or agreement. Rescuers had to call off the search because of worsening weather conditions. The administration has officially asked transportation workers to call off their strike. Get back. Have something returned. I will get back to you on the detail when I have had a chance to study the matter. They retraced our route in an attempt to get back on the right path. Break down. Stop working, or divide into parts or categories. Let's break down the project into smaller parts in order to deal with them one by one. Our new policies are designed to break down key barriers to women's advancement. Check-in. Arrive and register at a hotel or airport. Passengers are requested to check in 1.5 hours before the flight. The passenger must pass through a security gate before reaching the check-in desk. Go ahead. Start or continue to do something. Despite the bad weather, they decided to go ahead with the party. The project will go ahead as soon as a suitable donor can be found. Aim at. Intend to achieve a particular thing. The advertising campaign is aimed principally at women and children. This company must aim at developing new models of customer service. Ask for. To try to obtain by request. We must practice the patience of Christ, and ask for His love and wisdom. We are writing to ask for your help in finding suitable accommodation in New York. Back up. Provide support for someone or something. In essence, having a backup reduces the costs of recovery from a mistake to zero. Authors need to send a hard copy of the text, tables, and figures as a backup. Calm down. Relax after an energetic or irritated state. At work, we need to calm ourselves down and find a balanced solution. It took about 6 months for things to calm down after they had the baby. Abide by. Follow a rule, decision, or instruction. There are rules and regulations in societies that we all have to abide by. In some cases, failure to abide by these laws can lead to federal charges. Come across. Meet someone or find something by chance. By accident, he had come across the man who could solve the mystery. Sometimes, you will come across people who you will find a bit difficult to deal with. Come up with. Become the topic of discussion or receive attention. She has come up with some amazing schemes to double her income. No one has come up with a definitive answer as to why this should be so. Drop out. Leave something before the end. Teenagers who drop out of high school have trouble finding good jobs. During high school, she had a lot of problems and was forced to drop out. Fall apart. To break because of being old or badly made. He bought some cheap shoes that fell apart after a couple of months. Their alliance starts to fall apart when we couldn't agree on their priorities for the year. Find out. Discover a fact or piece of information. The purpose of the research is to find out more about the causes of the disease. We've done some research to find out the cheapest way of traveling there. Get by. Survive or manage at the bare minimum. It's amazing how little you need to get by when you're forced to economize. To get by after having the baby, we moved into my parents' house. Get rid of. Eliminate, discard, or free oneself from. Do antibacterial soaps get rid of germs better than plain old soap and hot water? Unless we get rid of doubt, we are never going to get the talks going. Hang around. Spend time waiting or doing nothing. The people we hang around with have more influence on our attitudes than we imagine. Don't hang around people who complain, or you'll end up negative yourself. Hold back. Prevent someone from doing something. I think he's holding something back. I'm sure he knows more than he admits. We are determined that nothing should hold back the peace talks. Keep up. To continue without stopping or changing. It was difficult to keep up with all the orders that were coming in. Fans can keep up with the actor's news, interviews, and more via his website. Layoff. An act of ending a worker's job. The gas companies are having to lay off staff in the face of stiff competition from oil. They did not sell a single car for a month and had to lay off workers. Let go of. To stop holding something or someone. You can keep yourself calm and let go of things that would normally upset you. When you finally let go of the past, something better comes along. Pass away. Refer to when a person dies. The hardest part of a doctor's job is to tell people that their loved ones have passed away. It is respectful to show reverence to those who have passed away. Show off. To display something proudly. At last, this was a chance to show off her talents before a real audience. She has a tendency to show off, to dramatize almost every situation. Fight back. To defend oneself by fighting. Children are often powerless to fight back when they are treated unfairly. He fought back and managed to wrestle the knife from his attacker's hands. Get together. People gather, or cooperate socially. Nothing made her happier than family get-togethers and holidays. This is the only forum where all walks of life can get together. Check out. To examine something to get more information. There is a 24-hour reception service so guests can check in or check out at any time. But first, I think there's one stunning place I need to check out right here in town. Go against. Oppose someone or something. He was surprised when some of his former supporters went against him. This misbehavior will certainly go against his chances of promotion.